First, let me start by saying that I am deeply saddened by the manner in which you portrayed my son, when in fact, in your heart, you knew what you said was untrue. It is easy to try to vilify the dead when the dead has no advocate to counter the claims against them. You are sadly mistaken, though. As long as the breath of life remains in my mouth, I will always be that advocate that my son's spirit cries out for in his shallow grave.
It really hurt me when they killed Stan. Nobody knew who to shoot. We ain't even have a plan. He sold me my first gun. He held my first son. If I was with him shooting it out, bitch, we the one. I shed tears for my niggas who ain't here. They tattooed and spit that real shit to remember him. Bitch, I'm that dude. Catch a op and spit on his baby daughter. I'm that rule. Right at 3 o'clock, as soon as he get out of school. You killed my dude. I don't give a fuck about you. I hope somebody killed you in case I never.
From the birth of the union between you and my beloved son, I knew that you would be the Judas who would betray his name, love, friendship, and honor. I could understand to some degree because you have always tried to emulate my son and walk in his shadows. You were feared, but my son was loved. He was revered while you were detested. I also understand because of your need to justify your own less than noble actions, you have chosen the narrow path of shifting animosity and disdain on others to dim the lights of some of your most atrocious crimes against the ones that loved you the most. A coward dies 1,000 times, a soldier dies but once. Your spirit is trying to recover from the fact that you have snitched on the ones who have shown you a degree of love unparalleled. You admitted to snitching on your most prized confidant in D.C., Wayne Perry, that must have ripped his soul apart more than any sentence that could have ever been imposed on him. It is sad that Wayne Perry was so hurt during his indictment he didn't even try to deny the accusations because he couldn't believe that the very man who he tried to keep alive at all costs was trying to kill him via a lengthy prison sentence. You also admitted to killing your friend Gary in a fashion unfit for the most profound of enemies, with friends like you who needs enemies. You have set a dangerous precedent that should not be emulated in any regard. You have tried to convince the masses in the streets that snitching is cool and passé. You call it doing po. I call it plain old-fashioned telling. Those that will compromise their manhood by giving you the time of day when you come home will only testify to their own weaknesses. You may have put fear in most, but real men will see you for who you really are, a no-good double-crossing parrot who tried to walk in my son's regal shadow and could never quite attain the grandeur that my son attained. Your statements have made you an open target for criticism. You should have left the issue in the wind to blow away, but you decided to harness it like the bridle of a horse. The more you speak ill of a man that is not here to defend himself, the more you appear to be envious, deceitful, immoral individual the world has known you to be all along. Your statements have made you an open target for criticism. You should have left the issue in the wind to blow away, but you decided to harness it.
That shit was deep, man. And I got absolutely nothing to say about the way a mother feels about her child and what happened to him. But shit, Poe got something to say. Let's check it out.
And I know his mother's gonna get this, and like I told you, I told you this in the beginning, I had love for Richard. Okay. Me and Richard was tight, man. That was my man and all that. And it was a crazy love, but it was love. And I know his mother gonna be reading this, so I just wanted to let her know that, yo, I'm not just trying to just dog her son because his brother did have love for his son. So I wanted to get this in there too. See, I wrote it like this. I do wish things could have went differently, especially for the little boy, Darnell. That's the little brother. Okay. He had nothing to do with the game. He had nothing to do with the game, so he shouldn't have went out the way they took him out. But unlike his brother, he was a player in this vicious game. He chose to play and take part of it. And I'm just trying to say, I'm really sorry what happened to his brother. But his brother, he played a part. He was a part of this crazy game. Okay. So I wanted to get that in there. Is this making sense to you?